Do any more gardening now?
Gardeners. But I've got news for you. If I feel well enough, I'll go back in the garden. I've got a dinky boot down there. I just set it up. And I've got news for him. In a week or two, if I feel all right, I'm going down and start it. I mean, years ago, common sense with it. You know? Don't overwork myself. But if I put in 3 or 4 hours a day, after a while, I'll get it finished.
Mm-hmm. Well, undoubtedly hard work is what kept you going so strong all these years.
Probably so.
You know, I don't know too many people. My grandfather, Sydney's father, lived right to like 97, 96, something like that, and he never stopped working. He never stopped. As long as he was able, he would stay active and alert, take a little walk here and there, and I think that's a key to getting the most out of life is stay busy. Your body, as long as your body is working and your mind is thinking, it'll keep functioning. Too many people, I think, give up.
This is the youngest time I stopped working since I had this trouble.
But
sometimes I don't understand why.
But you got the operation went okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked the doctor too, can it be cured? He said yes. So probably take a while. Probably I'm in the curing process now.
Uh-huh. Well, look, I'm going to give you a book I did. I've got a book over there, and I'm going to go get it for you and let you... It's all pictures, and you can keep it and give you something to look at. This is a book I did, and you can keep this copy. I'll sign it for you. It's got lots of pictures of Bermuda from the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
You see, here's St. David's here.
Yeah.
With the runway there, you can see what the main part of St. David's and how the runway was added to it. And let's see, where are you? Here's the school over here. And here's Great Bay is right here. There's the bay right in there. There's other pictures too. Here's another bigger picture of St. David's right here. Here's the bay.
Yeah.
And the school, and your house is right up here on the hill. I'm gonna sign it for you, and then you can have this to have a look through when you have. When were you born?
04.
1904. Gracious me.
27 people. Now, right to you, another birthday. I hit mine. To live until I was 74. I'm 95.
I guess you've seen many people come and go.
All the boys and girls I come up with, they're all gone.
All of them.
Yeah. This house here, I built, and a man that delivered groceries, he come up by one day, and he said to me, he said, Gary, you better name that house Spirit Town, because that's the only time I see you work on it. Yeah. I built 6.
6 houses.
Yeah.
And about the same number of boats, huh?
I built more boats than that, I think. I never kept a record, though. I should have done.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
It'll give you something to... The pictures are all pretty big and all in color. Give you plenty to look at.
Yeah.
You'll probably see things in there that you never saw before because it's all shot from a helicopter.
I can say that a lot of the pictures probably is from a helicopter.
Yeah.
And they look different.
Yeah, you won't even recognize some places.
Yeah.
Because it's all behind, you look out there, you can't see behind all the trees.
Yeah.
And then from up there you get to see what you never saw before. You'll see some of the wrecks in there, some of the old shipwrecks, and lots of different views in there. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, and if you don't mind, I'll come back and see you again.
Yeah, probably I'll be here cooking out.
I'll give Grace a call. Maybe next week I'll come over and see you, and
Yeah.
I can show you some more things.
I plan to retire at 65. I never got 65.
You didn't even see it coming. Came and went.
Yeah. Yeah.
30 years ago. Well, that's certainly admirable how much you've done.
My mother gave me good advice and in a very, very few words. She said, if you want something, you work for it. My father owned 2 houses, and I expect it was 3 acres of land went with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him for a piece. And he said, oh, I couldn't do that. I said, why not? It belongs to you. I said, your man didn't leave it to me. Oh, I couldn't do that. After years went by, I come to realize he done me a favor. Yeah. Because the girl I married, she inherited this piece of land from her mother. And we was talking about it, one thing and the other. And I told her I was going to buy a piece in Cassia City. Cassia City is just the other side of here. He said, what do you want to buy land for? And I've got plenty here. I says, who's we? He says, it's ours. He said, you know I can't do nothing with it. He says, it's our land. If you want to do something with it, go do it. I said, well, if you mean that, I'll use every inch of it.
What's up?
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
No.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Not a thing. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Now, fear
Fair?
on the mending side.
That's right. Give me breath, but just take for that, innit?
Yeah.
That's the one. I still looking good, though.
Yeah. I told my wife, You mean that? I said, yes, I mean it. I said, I used every inch of it. And I made it in about 20 feet longer than what it was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I put 6 houses on it.
Uh-huh. That's great.
This
That's
part
great.
here, this belonged to her. The government took this for no cause.
So they could just build a road around it.
If our church agrees with the site, I intend to go to the government and see if I can't get it back and put our church here. If you want a church over St. David's, and put our church here.
Yeah.
I've got to have, I could put the building started here, and the downstairs would be for young people.
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs would be the auditorium. And this part over here, we have parking lot. We've got to have a parking lot at least for 25 cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What church do you belong to?
Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You go to the one in St. George?
Yeah.
The big one? Up by the cemetery?
yeah.
Yeah. And have you always been 7-day? Have you, when you were young, when you were little, or?
I was about, I was in my 30s, I think, when I became Seventh-day Adventist.
Right. Did they come to Bermuda, like when did Seventh-day Adventists arrive in Bermuda?
I don't know what year. That tomb was in the 18th century.
Oh yeah?
And the man what was here, he was the superintendent of Bermuda. He was a Canadian. And he had an effort over here. And he found out that I was interested. He gave me Bible instructions, Bible lessons. And it come to the place where me to make a decision, join the church. So he put the questions to me. So I told him, I said, Elder, I don't see how I could join the church and lose a day's pay and pay 10% of my income back to church. I said, I can't see through it. He didn't argue the point with me. He said, just try it. And I tried it. I don't remember what year it was. I think it was in the 30s. And yeah.
Those are the days.
And the people, they wasn't educated. I mean, what I mean wasn't educated. They didn't have no degrees behind their name, you know. But they lived a very peaceful life. And they helped one another. You started to build a house when I come along and say to you, "What, you're building yourself a house? See if I can come and give you a day or two." Yeah.
People used to trade things, barter. Like if you needed something, you could give them something, and they would give you something for your.
Yeah, you had anything in your garden, they didn't have it. Yeah. You better take a mess of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine things got done pretty well that way too, because everybody, you know, if somebody helped you out, that means that you owed them a favor.
Yeah.
And then you'd see that if they needed something, they'd come and ask.
Oh yes, they done that in my day. I never got any help when I was building these houses. Only my children.
Right. How many children did you have?
6.
6.
Or in fact, 2 of them died then. It's 8 of us altogether.
Uh-huh.
And I was put it down that because I was a Seventh-day Adventist, people is funny. If they liked you, they liked you. If they didn't like you,
Yeah.
you had your joker. Yes.
And how did the rest of St. George's people or people up the country a little way, how did they treat St. David's Islanders?
Yeah. St. David's Islanders didn't get a welcome much from St. George's.
Really?
But all up through the country, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, St. David's folks, their main sport was cricket.
Mhm.
And it only come 8 years that they put St. David's on any big game.
Mhm.
And but St. David's folks didn't worry about it.
Yeah, I heard stories that they used to tease them about that they could always tell if a group of people were from St. David's because they always walked one behind the other
Oh yeah, yeah.
because of all the narrow footpaths.
When I was coming up, they used to call us Mohawks,
Mohawks. Yeah.
and the people didn't like it. After I got in manhood, I wanted to know where these Mohawks come from. So I went and found out. A Mohawk Indian is a man, is a person more reddish than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them was from Scotland, not Scotland.
Canada? Or the States?
Boston.
Well, Boston area,
And I saw the people, and I didn't see no difference in the people. And that went away from me. I didn't worry. They called me a Mohawk. I said, yeah, I says, I know what they are. I'm not been seen them. Yeah.
When was the first time you got off St. David's? When you went, like...
Oh, it was after the war.
So you
My first trip, I took to Philadelphia. I had a cousin in Philadelphia. I went there, and my background is for English people.
Uh-huh.
And they used to call them diamonds and whatnot. And I made up my mind to go see how they lived, and I went to Britain. Then I come back and saved some money, took a trip, and toured Europe. Then I took another trip and toured the United States, from coast to coast. Yeah.
And when you took your trips, you went by boat, did you? You must have gone by boat. Did you up to New York or Philadelphia?
No, I went by year.
Yeah, you flew? What was it, flying boat?
No, there's a flying boat, yeah. You could go to Philadelphia for $99. I forget now how much it costs to go to Britain.
Well, I'm gonna.
After World War One, after World War One ended, I had a little money and I figured I could get her on, you know.
You married then?
In my first trip, I was married.
Is you know Scott Pitcher?
Yeah.
He works for the bank.
Yeah.
Is he like he's your grandson? Is he?
No.
Or great grandson or nephew?
The pictures is a peculiar thing to talk about. My uncle, he married that's in Arizona from on the South Shore, and they were seamen. And he went to sea, and another man come in and took over. And I never got interested to know what I would become of him. I mean, he was a great man. He's a big man. And so no messing around. And I have an idea that the man would come in and try to take his place. He was going to kill him. That was my idea. And rather than to do that, he went away. He got a ship, went away, and didn't come back. And all these pictures you see around, they ain't pictures.
No?
No. They're our family. I call it our family, my father's family. They're the youngest pictures around. Yeah.
The original
picture, yeah.
pictures, yeah.
I have a grandson, and he's an airman. And he works in an airfield in Canada somewhere. And he's on the dispatch crew. And he told me that he wanted to find out where the picture name originally come from. And he found out it's a whole town in England. All pictures. Yeah. In fact, he could tell me, I would probably, if Benny comes back again, he'll be back here again. When he comes back, I might tell him to write your name down in place he found with these people.
Yeah, it's interesting where names come from, because we're the only Stallards in Bermuda, and I never knew where that name came from. But then I met a whole 15 or 20 Stallards came to Bermuda, and they were all different families, but same name, and they all met and got together, and they go every year. They go to a different place together, and they came here and they looked up the name in the book and found some and called me up, and I went and met them up at the Belmont Hotel, and there was some blonde hair from from England and some from Canada and all over the place, mostly English-speaking places, of course, but most of it comes from England, though.
I figured also, my grandfather on my father's side, he was a Mohawk Indian, and he married, and the only way I can figure it out, in those days, they gave you a name, you took it. So when Randy comes back again, I'm going to ask him about that. And he went down there with the rear.
My publisher, did he ask you when he talked to you about a woman that's in the papers called Slicker Pitcher?
I said, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my father-in-law's mother.
Oh, mother. Okay.
Yeah. I think she was Irish.
Hmm.